Hey, we got Mark down here today. How have you been?
Very well, very well.
So we've done videos together where you brought in your Ibanez, but he brought in something else for us to look at today. Let's open this thing up. What'd you bring in?
So this is a Koloss GT4.
GT4 Koloss. Now you know what? I have a guitar shop down here. I have never seen one of these.
So they're relatively new. I know that they've been selling these in Europe for a little while, but here in the States, I think they're just shipping them over. So this thing is an aluminum CNC body.
Wow.
So if you look at the back, this is two pieces of aluminum that they kind of sandwich together.
Dang. Cool.
And this is they're claiming on their website that this is a carbon fiber neck and fretboard.
Okay, carbon fiber.
What I'm actually finding out is that it's actually an injected, molded, impregnated plastic with carbon fiber. So it's actually plastic and carbon fiber is what I'm finding out.
Okay, is the fingerboard different? Yeah, it looks like it's two-piece, isn't it?
It does look like it's two-piece.
Okay.
It's got brass fret markers on the sides, which is kind of nice.
That is cool looking.
It's got stainless steel frets.
Do these come in a kit? Can you buy the kit and put it together?
So yes, they do come in a kit, fully disassembled for you to do yourself.
Uh-huh.
You can buy them fully assembled, which is this one. It was fully assembled. They do make another model in this body style, which is the GT6, which has a proprietary floating bridge, and it comes with locking tuners, but everything else is the same.
This is badass looking, man.
Yeah, but we need to talk about a little bit of the controversy that these guys are having.
Okay.
So a lot of these guitars, thousands and thousands of them were pre-ordered. They got shipped out, and they had some quality issues. So if anybody can go online and find a lot of people complaining about the fit and finish on these guitars, a lot of people are claiming the tuning instability. I am lucky and I don't have these issues. The only issue I had was the nut on this guitar was glued in too far this way.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to kind of massage that nut over. Okay. Other than that, I think I'm lucky because the guitar does stay in tune. It is stable. That's the only issue that I've had on this guitar. Unfortunately, other people are seeing different issues. I think I might have got lucky on this one, but it does come with this case. The case is fantastic. Kind of reminds me of the Kiesel cases, but I think they did a great job on the case. It is a backpack case. It fits the guitar very well. It's really snug. The packaging that this thing came in was incredible.
Where do they make these things at?
These are made in China.
Wow. Okay.
Which was another issue in of itself because we had issues getting it through customs. It took a little longer to get here. I think that a lot of those things are being sorted out. The hardware in this guitar,
okay,
to my knowledge of owning multiple guitars, it's kit guitar hardware. I don't think that there's anything fancy about it at all. The tuners are branded Koloss, but I'm convinced that they're just kit tuners.
Okay.
I think they're 1 to 22.
Chinese stuff?
Just kind of Chinese stuff, yeah.
What are we looking at when we're looking at these pickups right here? Anything special with them?
So again, I believe that these are just branded kit pickups. They sound great clean. They completely fall on their face with heavy overdrive. I think this guitar retails right now for $399.
Well, that's cool.
Personally, I think it's worth $399 all day. To get a guitar with the features that this has, three-way switch and then coil split. Split the coils. Aluminum body, which is they nailed it. they nailed it on the body. It feels nice. The guitar's not heavy. I think the body's probably indestructible. The neck, again, it feels nice. It's kind of a flatter C shape. I believe it's a 12-inch radius, 25-inch scale length, 24 frets.
Hey, let's do this. Let me get my ohm meter. Let's ohm out these pickups.
Cool.
Okay, so back here in the bridge, we're looking at 15.60. Now when we split that, 7.9. And when we go all the way up to the neck position, we're at 8.98. And when you split that, takes it all the way down to 4.46. Pretty cool. All right, let's flip this thing over and look at the back.
So every single model, whether it has active pickups or not, you can get these with active pickups. They all come with battery boxes. This has a set of passive pickups, but they still, no matter what, and I think it's because the way they're manufactured, they're CNC, they're all the same.
Right.
They put the battery box in all of them, which I personally think is kind of cool because...
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you don't have to cut one in if you go active at any point.
Right.
The real funky thing here, and I think everybody online agrees, is the placement of the jack. So the first run of these guitars, the jack was actually flipped the other way, which had your 1/4-inch cable digging right into your stomach.
Weird.
This guitar came shipped to me with it flipped the other way, so they're trying, from what I can tell, it looks like somebody's trying to make this make sense. The reason I think this is this way is because there is no space. The guitar is so thin on the sides.
Yeah.
There's really nowhere for a jack to
And
go.
you can't come out of the front. It can't come out of the side.
Yeah, and what it seems like to me is it's a stylistic thing. They didn't want to change the look of the guitar. So this is kind of what you're dealt with. I'm sure somebody will modify that to work better. Maybe even just right-angled chords will work better. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, that is a little bit of a pain. If you're playing with it on your leg, it's fine. If you play with it classical style at all, it digs into your stomach for sure.
So looking at the back of the neck here, carbon fiber. So you don't have to worry about humidity and how dry it is and things like that.
That is a huge bonus, I think, especially for traveling musicians. You're right. You wouldn't have to worry about humidity changes with this neck. It's not going to move.
Although it still has the truss rod.
It does have a truss rod.
Right here.
Yeah, it's adjustable at the bottom. It comes with a really nice tool to adjust that truss rod. Now, when I got the guitar, it did need a setup. I set it up myself. The truss rod adjustment on this thing, there's no quarter turns at all. It is so... the tiniest little nudge on that truss rod makes a big difference on the rod. So it does move. The neck stability, again... I haven't owned it that long. I'm not having any issues. I think people definitely are. There is flex in the neck. This is not a guitar that you can grab and kind of make cool noises by bending the neck a little bit. You're not going to want to do that on this guitar. The frets are beautiful. The fret ends, the finish on the frets is excellent. They feel nice and polished. I haven't put a straight edge on them to see how the tops of the frets are, but the sides of the frets are excellent.
Let's talk about this bridge for a second. Now, what's the number of this bridge or the model of this bridge? And there's another one.
So this guitar is the GT4, which comes with a 2-screw kind of Strat style bridge.
Right.
The GT6 comes with a proprietary free floating bridge.
Like a Floyd type of thing.
It's like a Floyd. The biggest difference, and anybody can go online and see these, but real quickly, the biggest difference between their proprietary bridge and a Floyd is the strings actually go into the saddles on the top. They don't go through anything. So some people are having issues when they dive the bridge, the strings actually come up off of the saddles.
That's kind of like those old Fender Dan Smith era, early 80s, where it just kind of hooks in there.
Yes, it does.
There you go. Kaler's kind of do that too.
Yeah, but yes.
A little bit differently.
Yeah, a little different. I think they work better.
So this is the better bridge. You're not having any problems with.
Nope, no problems with this.
The strings go through the body, through the back.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. This is just a kind of a standard Strat style bridge, and it seems to work just fine.
Now, what's the deal with Meshuggah? Is there a song called Koloss?
Yeah, they've got an album or a song. So when you Google these guitars,
you keep seeing Meshuggah.
Yes, you don't find a lot of information on them. You kind of have to dig a little bit, but you find a ton of information from the band. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you want to open the back and see inside the chamber?
Sure, let's open the back. Okay, so they're not wood screws. These are all machined screws.
Yeah, so everything is, again, because of the material it's built out of, being aluminum, it's all machined
There's no
screws.
wood screws.
Yeah, so you don't have tear out.
Yeah.
If you ever need to open this thing
you don't
and
stick
adjust
toothpicks
it.
down in there.
Exactly, yeah. And even the neck, even the way that the neck works here, there's a little beauty plate here.
Let's look at that.
So it's kind of the same thing with the neck. It's all machine screws. So the neck itself has threaded inserts that allow machine screws to go in. So again, you're not going to be dealing with any kind of tear out on any
You're never going to have to shim this thing or anything like that.
So everything is aluminum, all the way down to the plate. Plate's totally aluminum. This thing came from the factory shielded, so you don't get that spring noise, which I thought was
a good idea.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And I imagine with it being all aluminum, that spring noise really just went everywhere loud. Huh?
Is it a pretty resonant guitar?
It's very resonant. And we'll strum some chords on it without it being into an amp, and you'll see. So the body is absolutely chambered. I mean, completely chambered on the inside.
And I see that the claw screws, they're machine screws that run into this block.
Yes, right. So you have a nice, and I don't know why they chose to do a polished block in here, but it looks really nice. You have a nice chunk of metal that is fastened to the body with the claw going into it. All machine screws, so there are a lot of, I think, great aspects about this guitar. I should mention that they sell this guitar with a wooden neck. So you can get this guitar with a wood neck. And the only thing that I see here that could, and I don't know this for a fact, I don't want to make any claims, but the only problem I could see eventually is something going on with this neck. It's just a new style, a new way of making necks. But this guitar with a wooden neck, I think, would be just outrageous. I believe the models with the wooden necks, they start at $9.99.
Well, let's put it back together and let's strum it a little bit.
Cool. So the guitar's in the bridge position and it's in humbucker. We'll go both pickups in humbucking. And then this would be the neck pickup. Now we'll go back to the bridge and we'll put it into split coils. Now it's in both pickups, but I believe that the inside splits. And then rounding it out would be the neck pickup, and I believe it's the inside splitted.
Awesome. Mark, thank you for bringing that in.
No problem.
That's a cool one.